Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So, y'all, it may get a little bit windy. It has been raining all night and it just stopped probably about 30 minutes ago. But every now and then we'll get a little bit of drizzle. But what I want to share with you today is one of the L-shaped beds that we have made into an herb garden. And it may look a little bit bare now, but as the weather starts to heat up, I'm excited for it to fill in. But I want to show you what we have planted. I also want to show you what our plans are for the other L-shaped bed. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Slowly but surely, y'all, we are making progress on the entire garden. We still have to get the wood chips down on the ground. The family has to come back out here and just do their last checks with the irrigation. So thankfully, we have gotten lots of rain that should last us until they get out here real good. But it's still little things that we have to do. But I want to start right here because this is what's going to be the beginning of. It was supposed to be the herb garden, but we made it an herb, flower, and edible fruit garden because, yes, I have been getting way too many things. And so we just got to kind of combine them. So let's start right here at the entrance. I just planted this yesterday. This is lemongrass right here. And so I had the wine barrels and I thought that this would be great because in the last garden, we had it in a really big container and it really did fill out. But you can use lemongrass in a whole bunch of different dishes, but I really like it in tea. And I dry it and dehydrate it and put it in my mason jars. And that is what I mainly use lemongrass for. This is something that I also planted recently, and I have a feeling that they're going to have lots of dandelions popping up because this is a dandelion. These are dandelion seeds. But these are geraniums. And if y'all have been following us for a while, I planted way too many geraniums from seed, probably over 100. So slowly but surely, I am getting them placed in the garden. These are the salmon splash. And I love the leaf variation on them, but I still have so many places that I have got to try to incorporate the geranium. And I will link the video where we planted up this satsuma tree. Lots of beautiful new growth on here. And then if y'all remember right down at the bottom, because we had even more plants, they are starting to take bloom and look really pretty in this space right here. So if you want to see how this garden is going to grow in over the upcoming season, make sure that you tap the subscribe button because I'm definitely going to keep you all posted on the progress. So let's start right here in this corner. So this is Zatar right here that we actually started from seed. And the last few days, what I did is I went ahead and covered it with mulch. This is the last part of it once we get the irrigation right, but this is going to help retain the moisture in the soil, and it's also going to help with weed control. And so I started these seeds and they are now starting to kind of come alive. They were really, really tiny seeds. And I did these by soil blocks. And so it was a lot of seeds in soil blocks because that's how small they were. But as you see, they're starting to peek out just a little bit more right here. So I want them to just all grow together right here. But Zatar was one of the spices that I wanted to try. I read up on it. It's kind of like an African spice. So I'm super excited to try that. Now it does smell like oregano, but I'm interested to see how it tastes in some of my dishes. So if you've worked or used Zatar before, make sure you put it in the comments. So next is our rows of calendula, and this is an edible flower, but what I'm really using it for is to make calendula salve. I've shared with you in the past that my daughter always has a problem during the spring and the fall season with eczema, and I actually had to use it the other day. I got just a little bit more left, but I had to use it because I don't know if I brushed up against something, but my skin like immediately started itching. And so I put some of that salve on because I put a little bit of lavender essential oil in there when I make it, and it really soothes that area and it's actually starting to clear up. So It's more of an early spring flower for us. Sometimes it does not do really good in the heat of the summer. So I just want to get a lot of calendula flowers, and then we'll start some more from seed once it starts to cool off a bit. Now we've planted so many different types of thyme around this garden: French thyme, German thyme, lemon thyme, um, golden thyme, lots of thyme. So this is the French thyme right here. And then I'll show you the other thyme over in the other L-shaped bed, but we do have them all over, and they're so pretty and they're so fragrant. And then the bee balm, we've planted this one. They're going to be like a hot pink and a light pink color, but I think they're really going to make some beautiful flowers so that when you look out in this section, it will really be colorful, which that's what I'm going for, because a lot of herbs are all green. But that was the reason, not only because I bought too many plants, but also because I wanted to add some color. So that's why I was putting different types of edible flowers and fruit in this section. So this right here is our hot and spicy oregano. This was also really small. And as we're starting to heat up a little bit, they are starting to just kind of pop up and start to grow. Here is another type of thyme right here. I want to say this is the golden thyme right here, but it's very fragrant as well too. Yeah, I don't see a big difference. It seems like this may be lemon thyme. They have like a golden thyme that's like a regular thyme flavor, but then I also have a lemon thyme that has like a touch of lemon, and this does not. I don't smell that touch of lemon, so I'm thinking this is golden thyme. Now I'm going to redo our containers with our edible fruit and flower video, and I'll link that video as well. But I transplanted these strawberries and they seem to be doing really well. Now, sometimes when you kind of transplant things, they can go through a period of shock, but these seem to be fitting right in. I love the flowers on here, and now they're actually starting to produce fruit since the flowers have fallen off. This is the curry plant, y'all. It smells just like curry and it really smells good. And so this one is going to get kind of wide. That's why I left a big space right here. And then actually, this is a runner that I made off of one of these plants. So I just stuck it right here. And then we have some nasturtiums that are starting to grow. And this is kind of like the calendula. It's more of a cooler spring weather for us. A lot of times in the heat of the summer, it doesn't do as well. So oftentimes I'll do the calendula in fall and spring, and then maybe we'll put some more edible, colorful plants here if I feel like these are kind of teetering out a little bit. So next up, we have some pineapple sage that is starting to flower. Now this one I actually propagated, and I have three more that I actually have to pot up. But the other day I saw it was making the blooms, and I was like, let me go put this with the other friends. So now the other friends are starting to bloom as well. But this is one plant that smells really good, pineapple sage. But not only that, if you want to see hummingbirds, plant you some of this, and they will surely visit your garden. So right here, you can tell I had a lot of hot and spicy oregano. So I put one more right here that's starting to take growth. And then the winter savory, slowly but surely, we have these in other parts of the raised bed garden as well. Slowly but surely, they are trying to just come up and come out. And so I'm looking forward to them growing together as well. But they remind you also of a kind of like a cross between like thyme and oregano a little bit, but it's very fragrant. But we started these from seeds as well, and so they look a little sparse again, but they're going to all grow together. Now I did really quickly plant the pineapple sage a little bit closer than what it says, because I really want it to be like a showstopper, because it may get between 18 to 24 inches in height. And so I want all of the red spikes to be something that you look at when you walk out into the garden. But when I tell you, you can definitely make tea out of these too. And it really smells like pineapple. It smells really good. So now all we have to do is wait for everything to start filling in. And I really know that it's going to be absolutely beautiful. But in the back of my mind, I need to start thinking about also what am I going to put right here. Maybe another edible flower. They're all type of beautiful edible flowers. We also started some purple basil. We may put this here as well because again, I don't want everything to be like all green. I want to add some color to this area as well. So we're slowly but surely starting off this one. But what I will tell you is that predominantly, probably holy basil is going to go in this section right here. And the reason why I say that is because that is absolutely one of my most favorite and fragrant herbs. It will always have a place in my garden, and then I use it a lot for tea. I'm on my last mason jar. So I know that at least this portion right here will be dedicated to holy basil. We put some lavender right here. Now, if you're in the south, southeast, where it gets humid, this is supposed to be a lavender that can tolerate the humidity because lavender likes dry and they don't like wet feet, which is why I didn't put the drip hose like right up to the lavender. I want to be able to maybe possibly hand water that myself. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to move this line away from it as well. But so far, they're starting to get blooms, and they did not have this on here when I bought them. But I'm hoping that they like this area. And then I'm also going to put some in some containers because normally I can grow lavender, but I have to grow it in containers. But I did pick up 3 different varieties that they said can tolerate the humidity and the heat of the south, like the southeast portion. Now I just stuck these right here. This is cilantro because I had some extra seeds left, and slowly but surely they're trying. They're trying really hard, and I hope they make it because my fall planted cilantro has actually started to flower and go to seed now. So I'm hoping it will make it where I can at least enjoy some cilantro before it really takes off and heat up in the next few weeks. Now we've grown marjoram before and I've started those from seed, but this was a variegated marjoram, and I something about the leaves drew me to it. So I picked up 2 of them. So they really smell good and I will use them in a bunch of dishes. I like to make a lot of Italian spices and sometimes I'll use them on different dishes, and then I'll also dehydrate a lot of Italian spices like lavender, marjoram, oregano, thyme, rosemary, and I'll dry it and then I'll grind it up and put a lot of it in the salad dressings that I make, like an Italian salad dressing, which is very, very flavorful, much more flavorful than what you will buy at the store. Okay, so if you haven't tapped the subscribe button, go ahead and tap it because I want to keep you posted on this area right here. I still have to find, I think I'm going to put maybe some type of lemon balm in here, but I'll put it inside of a container because lemon balm is part of the mint family and it spreads. But the reason why I may put it right here is because it can tolerate a little bit of, it can tolerate shade, especially here in the South. And we have this magnolia tree that I'm still debating on if I want it to come out totally. Chris trimmed it up, but we'll see how it does this summer. And so we'll go from there. But I want to put something nice on the corner. And the holy basil, we have different varieties this year. Some are like a purple leaf holy basil. I think it's like Krishna, Vana, and maybe Rama, and then the temperate. So it's probably like 4 to 5 different types of basil, and I think Kapoor was one of them that we're gonna grow. I don't want to fill up like the whole bed with holy basil because I still want to put some more herbs right here. So some of them may go in containers, but I'm super excited to see how everything is going to fill in. Okay, so as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye bye.